Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be the start of another writing vlog. In this vlog, I'm going to get back to working on my current manuscript, my second historical mystery manuscript, nicknamed Project Dagger. Since I last updated you, I have worked on it a little bit more. I'm currently at a little bit over 15,000 words. I don't remember the exact number. I will give you a more concrete update later. But I'm just filming this vlog because I want to make a lot more progress on it and sort of hold myself accountable. Like I said when I talked about Project Dagger before, I believe, the hardest part for me is just focusing all my attention on this because querying is such a distraction. I'm querying my first historical mystery manuscript, Project Mayfair, in case you're new here and didn't know that. And it's driving me crazy because I am checking Query Tracker every single day, wondering when people are going to respond to me on my queries. And it's just very hard for me to focus on this new project when my anxiety is all day, every day, basically. But everybody says focusing on a new project is the best way to let go of your querying anxiety, so I gotta do it. I gotta do it for me, to make progress in my career, and to ease this anxiety I'm feeling, because querying is infamously slow. So it could take me like an entire year to query the book. And I need to actually accomplish something else writing related during that time. So I'm getting back into Project Dagger. This is a historical mystery manuscript that's greatly inspired by Agatha Christie. And honestly, I love the concept for Project Dagger. I think it's a great idea that I came up with, and I just need to get back into writing it. I definitely think the first draft that I've come up with so far is definitely reading like a first draft. There's a lot of stuff that I think I need to tinker with. But I'm trying to let go of that perfectionism and just focus on getting words on the page because you can't edit words that you haven't written. I'm wondering if I should try to find some upcoming writing sprints because I actually attended a writing sprints event hosted by the Mystery Writers of America recently. I'm a member of MWA, and I found that the writing sprints were really helpful. I wrote, I think, like 900 words during the sprint. And I think it's a really great way to force yourself to put a lot of words on the page and let go of that perfectionism since you're like, okay, I only have 20 minutes here. I gotta have something to show for it at the end. And I think it helps you let go of some of that anxiety and worry about making the words perfect. When you have limited time, you're more so worried about just getting the words, whatever they may be. I also organized a meetup tonight at a coffee shop with some people from my writing class. So I'm excited for that and hoping to get some words down tonight while I'm hanging out with them. We're meeting at a coffee shop, and I actually had to go on Facebook today and tell them I was changing the location because the coffee shop I originally picked, I realized that Google listed the wrong hours for them, and they are going to be closed tonight when we were planning to meet. So hopefully everybody will see on Facebook that I changed the location and nobody's going to show up at the wrong place because Google said they were open till 7 and it turns out they are not. That is not correct. So hopefully everyone will get the memo and it'll all work out. That is what's going on today. Right now, I need to get back to work, and we will talk more about Project Dagger and some of my, attempts to really get back into the writing groove later on in this vlog. So, I'm just gonna be honest and say yesterday sucked. It was a rough day. I mean, I didn't start it off on the right note because I woke up to somebody who wrote a novel in my YouTube comments. So I started the day off with that negative energy. And then I know I said I'm not going to talk about querying Project Mayfair until there's something to report, but just because I need to get this off my chest, and maybe some of you out there are going through the same feelings, a literary agent who had requested my full manuscript rejected it last night, which sucks. Obviously, that's part of the process. It's normal. It doesn't mean that I'm not talented or that my book's not good, but it sucks to hear. Obviously, rejection is hard, and it's something that a writer is gonna encounter at every stage, but it doesn't feel good. It feels bad. And I was really sad last night. I'm still sad right now, but you know, in the light of a new day, I was able to pick myself back up and keep on keeping on. But it definitely was the hardest day that I've had during this entire process. And I just want to say, you know, if you're out there and you're querying, it's tough. It sucks. It's hard. But you're doing okay. I like to think that I'm doing okay. It's tough. It's tough. And obviously rejection is part of the process, but it sucks to hear. There's no other way to phrase it. Like, nobody likes rejection. I don't know anybody who gets excited when that happens to them. And obviously, you know, there are positives. Like, I still have a lot of other agents that I can query, and the one who is gonna love my book can still be out there. But in the moment, sometimes you just wanna wallow. And yesterday I was wallowing. So tonight I'm gonna make chicken tenders and French fries, because I deserve that. And I will tell you my current word count for Project Dagger. I feel like this phone has slipped down and now I'm like half crouched over so you can see my face. So my meeting last night, that really did help me feel a little better after the rejection. I got the rejection like 1 hour before I was meeting up with my writing group, so that was fun. But being with them, it did help pick up my mood a little bit, and hearing them say, you know, that they're proud of me and they believe in me, that did help. And during our meeting, I mean, we talked for a lot of it, so I didn't write the entire time, but I was able to get about 800 words down at the meeting. And then I wrote another scene when I got home. So my current word count for Project Dagger as of this very moment is 17,830. I'm gonna keep at it and just try to get this first draft done. I am definitely struggling with writing Project Dagger a lot more than Mayfair. I think the query situation is distracting me and it's not helping, but I'm also just not sure about the POV situation for this book, and I feel like this is gonna, you know, take some time for me to figure out. But I'm trying not to be a perfectionist and to just get the first draft out. Because it's okay if the first draft sucks. All that matters is that you wrote it. And that's just what I'm trying to do. Just write something. And if I want to change a whole bunch of stuff later, I can. So that's your update. I'm struggling. But it happens. And I'm going to be okay. Just wanted to be real with you, you know? Because this is part of the process. It's part of being a writer. Sometimes it sucks. And that's normal. And if you feel like things suck right now, that's okay. You're not the one who sucks. It's just a tough time. And we're all going to be okay. So, like I did in the Writing Like Agatha Christie video, I am once again going for a walk, thinking about my story. And I think I just had an epiphany. Maybe epiphany's dramatic. I think one of the scenes in Project Dagger that I wasn't really liking, I think it should be narrated by the person who gets murdered. I think that would make it better. So when I get back, I might rewrite it from that perspective. I actually dictated a whole nother scene to my phone last night. Don't know how many words it was. It's still in my notes app. But I feel like the scenes that I'm dictating I like a lot better than the ones I'm typing out. And maybe that's just because, like, when I'm typing, I'm getting too much in the weeds. Whereas the dictating ones, I think, are more succinct. But I feel like, yeah, the last couple scenes that I dictated, I like so much better than the ones that I wrote out by hand. So I don't know. I think maybe that's the reason why I feel like I'm not happy with the product. 'Cause I feel like I said, this book has different perspectives. Some featured more predominantly than others. And I feel like sometimes I'm spending too much time in one moment. And I need to keep it moving. Like, I need to be less wordy in certain scenes. I don't know. That's my thought. I said in my last vlog that I was thinking about trimming my bangs a little bit. And I just did. cut them at an angle. I took a little bit off. I think I probably could have taken more because they're still a little long on this side, but I would rather have slightly long bangs than look ridiculous. So I was conservative with the cutting, and I think they're okay. Like, not bad. I don't hate it.
There's Buttercup. And there's Drizzle. Since Mom's out of town, we're all snuggling in her bed and having a kitten party. That's right, yes, kitten party.
Hello, so hopefully my dishwasher is not too loud in this clip, but just a little update. We'll talk about Project Dagger and also how I am doing after that full manuscript rejection. Let's talk about that first. I'm definitely doing better. Like, the night that I received it, I honestly felt terrible. I don't want to say hopeless, but like kind of hopeless. And it was not a good feeling. So I think I have been able to pick myself up and keep trying, but I would be lying if I said like I haven't lost some of my confidence because of that. Like, even though I know it's totally normal to have rejections on a full manuscript, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen for me, for whatever reason now, whenever I look at my query tracker to see, you know, the updates, I find myself thinking I'm probably going to get rejected by this person. Like, all the queries that I still have out there, I look at them and I'm like, it's probably going to be a no. The other 2 full manuscript requests I have, I look at their data and I'm like, they're probably going to say no. And so yeah, it definitely has done a number to my confidence where now I'm kind of like assuming that I'm going to be rejected again and again. And that this is going to take me some time to get over. And it's just hard because right now I have these 2 other full manuscripts out there and I don't know when they're going to get back to me. And all the other queries that I've sent out, I'm still waiting. Some of them, according to the query tracker data, they haven't responded to any of their queries in a month or more. So I'm just sitting here refreshing every day being like, when are they going to get back to me? They're probably going to reject me anyway. And it's hard. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Like, that's how I'm feeling right now. And it's difficult. And like, I know that I'm doing really well. There's still hope. This is just me being honest about my feelings at this moment. I'm going to be fine. I just wanted to be like totally transparent because that's how I'm feeling right now. I was trying to make my bangs better and I think I made them look worse. Like, what did I do here? So I'm just gonna try to be patient and see what happens. You know, potentially the other agents who requested my full manuscript, one or both of them could want to represent me. And even if they don't, that's okay because I still have a lot of agents left on my list. I think, yeah, it was just really hard to get that close and then be rejected. It's hard for me to emotionally recover from that, but that's just the name of the game. I understand that. It's just, you know, those are my feelings and my emotions, and your emotions are not always logical. Part of me wants to send more queries, but it's the beginning of November and I think the slow season for querying has started. Plus I still have like 10 unanswered queries out there in the world. So I think I probably should sit tight and be patient and then send some more in January once the holidays are over. I think that's probably the smart thing to do, though. The emotional part of me wants to send out a bunch more queries in hopes that someone will give her a positive reply and restore my motivation. But that's that. I had a lazy start to my day today. I think potentially I might go out to a coffee shop just to work on Project Dagger in a different setting. My laptop is currently charging, so I'm not going to leave until that's at 100%. Another thing that I wanted to say is I've been reading The Man Who Died Twice, the second Thursday Murder Club mystery, and I think this book's narrative style is kind of like what I want to go for in terms of how the book is constructed. Like, for instance, this is a section told from the perspective of one minor character. Then we switch to another character here, and that's his perspective. And then we switch again here, and then the chapter ends. I think that's sort of what I want to be going for, because like the Thursday Murder Club focuses on the members of the Thursday Murder Club's perspective most often, we also have moments where we go to the heads of the detectives, the suspects, and we have brief forays into their narrative. And I think that's what I want to go for. I think part of the reason why I wasn't liking what I was writing is because sometimes I was staying in one perspective longer than I needed to, and so it was getting bogged down. I think I also was feeling the pressure to end each perspective on a dramatic note, which was making it come across as melodramatic at times. And I think I need to, like I said the other day, keep some of the perspectives shorter. And, you know, just make quick switches with shorter sections, shorter chapters. So I think I should take a cue from Richard Osman, and this is kind of the narrative structure I want to go for. I did rewrite that one scene to be from the perspective of the character who is getting murdered, and I kept that very brief. I don't know how many words it was, but it was a short section, and I think that's an improvement. So these are the things that I'm going to keep in mind. I think I can definitely do multiple perspectives. We can be in the heads of many different characters if we just keep certain sections short, to the point, and not feel like I need to linger in one perspective longer than necessary. You know, when I wrote the novel that I'm currently querying, Project Mayfair, it's told in a very conventional format where my main male character narrates parts, my main female character narrates parts. Usually it is one perspective per chapter, and sometimes an entire chapter will just be one scene. And that's not going to work for this one. So I think this sort of style, in terms of how the book is constructed, is more so what I'm going for. It's not going to have the same vibes as this. I'm just using this as an example of like the narrative technique that I'm going for here. So those are my thoughts. I'm currently at around 20,000 words, which is good. I need to reread the parts that I dictated to my phone because there will probably be typos. A lot of times when you're dictating, it does not understand what you're saying. And so the word will be totally wrong. And I need to reread those parts to make sure they are coherent. But that is it for now, I think. I'm gonna try to carry on and keep plugging away at Project Dagger so I have something else writing related to focus my time and attention on, instead of just consistently losing my mind and feeling hopeless, doom and gloom. Oh my God, I'm never gonna get a literary agent. Nobody's gonna love my book as much as I do. Oh my God. And like, I just need to get out of that headspace. Because logically, I know I'm being unreasonable, but I can't help how my heart feels, you know? So I'm just being totally real with you all about this process, because it's how I'm feeling, and I just need someone to share my feelings with. And I know a lot of people out there might be feeling the same way that I do. So hopefully this helps and makes you feel like, you know, there's somebody else in this with you. Hello, so I am back from the coffee shop, and I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog. I think it has gone on long enough, and now would be a good time to wrap it up. So as of this very moment, Project Dagger Draft 1 is 22,396 words. Obviously, that could change. I might cut out some parts at the beginning, but right now I'm trying just to write, not really edit too much. Like, let's just write and let's just get through this. So that is the current estimated word count. The murder has happened. If we assume the book's going to be around 80,000 words, then the murder takes place at around 25%, which is good, I think. That's probably like, I mean, there's no hard and fast rule. I think 15 to 25% of the book is a good time to have the murder take place. And that's assuming that the draft will be 80,000 words. It might be longer than that because Project Mayfair, I queried it at 92,000 words. And then when I revised the opening while querying, it went up to 93,000 words. So it's entirely possible this will be more than 80. We'll see. But I think I'm feeling more confident about how things are going. I am trying to keep sections short and not belabor things, you know, and just gonna keep on keeping on. Still nervous about my querying. I would feel better if I could get some positive feedback from somebody. It would be great if the people who have my full wanted to represent me. I'm nervous because they've had it for like 35 days, and generally speaking, I feel like offers of representation come quickly, but it's also a slow time of year, and I can see on Query Tracker Premium that they have other fulls they requested before mine, so maybe they just haven't even started reading it yet. I don't know. I'm very nervous, very anxious. And of course, it's not the end of the world, but I just love Project Mayfair so much. I want it to get picked up and I want it to get published. That's okay though. I'm just gonna try my best and I'm gonna keep working on Project Dagger. So if I do have to shelve Mayfair, at least I will have something else that I can hopefully go out with after that. It's too early to start saying like if I have to shelve it because I've only sent 30 queries. Like there's like so many more possibilities before I have to get to that. It's just the rejection did take a hit on my confidence, like I said, and so I am more worried than I was before, but it's okay. It's gonna be fine. I still have many more chances. No need to start going all doom and gloom about it. On a positive note, 22,000 words for Project Dagger. That is fantastic. I'm very excited about that, and I'm just gonna keep working on it, you know? Once I have the first draft done, I will then go back and look at it with a more critical eye, but right now I'm just trying to focus on writing, just getting the words down on the page. And that is going to be it for this writing vlog. If you're still here, why don't you give me a heart emoji in the comments? I feel like I need the love right now, so I would really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. My social media links are down below if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye, and I'll see you next time.